Well, I was out looking for some possible mines and came across some foundations. Somebody had tipped me off of where to maybe go look, and so I see these foundations and a little bit of rail sticking out of the bushes. So that indicates to me that probably we're real close and the mine's just up there on the hill. So I'm gonna walk up there and see if I see any evidence. Okay, got over here to the concrete wall, and you can kind of see through the brush that it keeps on going that way, maybe another 10 feet. And then back there behind it in the hillside, you see that depression. That's where the mine opening would have been, but it is all covered in dirt right now. So not gonna be able to see anything probably unless there's a hole visible up on top. So anyway, trying to see if I can kind of straighten this stuff out a little bit, clear it off, so I can get a better picture of where it went up to the mine. Okay, well, I spent about 35 minutes clearing this wall off that we had found up here so we could see the full length of it, which is not that long, maybe 18, 20 feet. But I do believe that it was probably a wall, a side wall, before you get into the mine. So now I've got it kind of cleaned off. And so you can see the wall, and you can see how it points straight back here into the hillside. And that is most likely where the mine portal was located, buried down in there somewhere. I imagine all of this dirt that's right here in front of me was probably a little bit lower and sloped somewhat as it got to the mine. But anyway, that's just what I wanted to do today. See if I could come out here and locate this. And saw this wall, thought I'd clear it off. Also up here, there is a foundation that looks like the one out by the road that comes in here. So you have this foundation here, and to me that looks something like it would be a compressor foundation. Maybe you would have your compressor sitting on the long part of it, and your electric motor that operated it and ran it would be mounted on top of this little narrow post right next to it. And so that way they could put compressed air into the mine so that they could run their pneumatic tools to drill and break out the iron ore. So anyway, this is kind of neat. It's kind of wore me out, so I think I'll go to McDonald's and get a McFlurry and chill out for a while. Okay, well, I'm sorry, I'm not gone yet. I was coming back out from up where the mine portal was, and looking at all of this stuff in the reverse direction, I've got a different idea as to what this thing was down here, closer to the road. This, I really believe, was the crusher engine mount that ran the crusher that crushed the iron ore to load it into the rail line, which was located right here next to me. And if you go over here and look, maybe I'll trip and fall on some of this kudzu and y'all can laugh. But if we get right over here in direct line to that foundation back there, you see this concrete here. You also see these two concrete walls, one there and one here, buried in the kudzu. but you can see the bolts sticking up out of them. And that's what the crusher was mounted onto. That was part of the crusher mount, or part of the loading chute that fed the ore from the crusher that was sitting right in here down into the railroad cars below. So I think now maybe this was the crusher location. The tipple, what little bit of it there was there, and the crusher engine mount foundation was right over here. And then you would go up the hill behind those small gauge rail, which would take you back to the wall I cleared and the mine behind it. So anyway, I think that is what this is. So anyway, again, thank you for listening. Sorry about the one more thing. Old people seem to do that. But anyway, y'all have a great day, and maybe get out and find you some kind of hobby exploring something. Maybe not mines, but find something you like. Get out, get some distractions from the world, and have fun. We'll talk to you later. Bye-bye.